My name is Helen Pearson. I'm a nurse and researcher and the chief investigator of the Redmapp study. The aim of the Redmapp study is to explore and understand how parents make repeated treatment decisions when their child has relapse or refractory neuroblastoma. Through this study, we will develop an intervention which supports parents in making these decisions in clinical practice. This study was developed based on my clinical experience of working with parents whose children had relapse or refractory neuroblastoma. For relapse and refractory neuroblastoma, there is no standard treatment protocol, but many treatment options available. Parents are faced with making a series of repeated treatment decisions and often have to revisit these decisions based on their child's response to treatment. From my experience, parents want to be involved in the decision-making process, but can find it burdensome when making these decisions repeatedly. Additionally, some parents experience feelings of regret with the decisions that they make. Overall, there is a huge emotional component for all involved. There has been much research on parent decision-making in children's cancer, but this research has focused on single decisions, for example, opting for a clinical trial or withdrawing care. There has been no research that has looked at decision-making for parents who are making repeated treatment decisions and how these decisions may change over time. To understand decision-making from a parent perspective, we need to hear the voices of parents who are making these decisions for their child right now. Through this understanding, we can develop an intervention which can support parents in making these difficult decisions in the future. This study consists of 2 phases. In phase 1, we will review the research literature on parent treatment decision-making to understand what is already known on the topic. This information will then help inform interviews with parents to understand how they make repeated treatment decisions and how the decision-making may change over time. Parents will be asked to participate in an interview with myself, the researcher, to talk about decision-making experiences. The discussions will be around what's important when making treatment decisions, who's involved in these decisions, and if the important factors change over time. These interviews will provide an insight and understanding into parental experiences of making treatment-related decisions. In phase 2, we will develop an intervention which parents can use to support their decision-making. The development process will follow the Medical Research Council framework for developing complex interventions. The intervention developed is not predefined, but there are some examples of interventions which have been successfully developed. For example, in children's care, a communication toolkit was developed on how to talk about children's palliative care to families, the general public, and healthcare teams. The purpose of this intervention was to support people's understanding and perceptions of what palliative care is and how this can be best integrated into care. In adult cancer care in Australia, a supportive care website called We Can was developed. This intervention provides information, resources and support services for those diagnosed with cancer by bringing all the information together on one website. These examples have been effective in supporting people in different situations. The Redmapp intervention will support parents who are making treatment decisions when their child has relapse or refractory neuroblastoma. Once the intervention is developed, parents and healthcare professionals will test the intervention to assess how easy it is to use and understand, and to check that the language, content and design are appropriate for parents. Whenever change is implemented, it is important to evaluate its effectiveness in clinical practice. Therefore, the intervention will require ongoing evaluation and adjustments to ensure it is fit for purpose and meets the needs of parents who are making repeated treatment decisions. By listening to parents who are making complex treatment decisions now, we hope to be able to enhance the care and experiences for children and their families in the future.